Hey there, it's Michael Greenwood. Right, so for this video, we're going to be talking about increasing productivity by decluttering. Right, so this is something that I'm currently working through, looking at the amount of stuff that I've accumulated over the years, and a lot of the stuff I don't really use. So I probably use like 20% to 80% of the time. So your Pareto, classic Pareto rule. Right, so the thing that I'm focusing on at the moment, I've written a list in my journal of things that I'm going to sell and it just eliminate from my environment really. One of the things is the amount of shirts. So I think I've got about 55 shirts. So shirts like this basically, and I only wear probably 5 or 10 of them. And the reason being is I mostly like to go for like a poplin summer well made Charles Tewett or a TM Lewin kind of shirt, to be quite specific. And I realized that the collars that are fitting the best are a 16 by 34 inch. So, a shirt should fit something like that, basically, where you go out and not too tight on the cuff, but nice and loose like that. So when you're working, say if I'm doing some photography, videography, or I'm shaking somebody's hand in a business deal, then you want it to be nice and well fitting with a bit of room as well. But it depends on your style as well. You might want to go more a slim fit, but I like to have something that's nice and well fitting. Now, my weight doesn't really fluctuate or anything like that, so there's no need for me to really have like bigger shirts and smaller shirts or anything like that. I'm pretty consistent, and I have been for years. I might go down by half a stone, or even a full stone or up, but it's pretty much within that those kind of parameters. And there's sometimes some recomposition as well. So if you start to do a different type of workout, your weight can shift as well. If you've experienced that. So you might have fuller pectoral muscles and bigger triceps and stuff like that. So basically, I'm only wearing 20% on average of shirts 80% of the time. Just like Pareto, it's pretty amazing how it can be applied to everything like that. And then, so what I'm going to do is because I'm a 34 sleeve and a 36, like I said, I'm gonna get rid of the 80% of shirts that I'm not wearing, and then that's going to leave a gap for me to then purchase some more shirts of the ones that I'm wearing. So then, if one of them's in the wash, and I need a white one or something, and there's no white ones, I can still have a white one or whatever, or a light blue shirt or whatever. So I've got more choice within the sphere of the shirt selection, I suppose. That sounds fancy, doesn't it? And then you can apply this to anything like, let's say I'm just looking at my desk now, and in James Clear's Atomic Habits, he talks about environment design. So if you want to drink more water, and this is something that I started doing when I stopped drinking alcohol a few years ago. I started to drink more water, so I'm more hydrated, because we're 75% water. So I started having water all over the place, in every room, so I could just, it reminds me, it's an aid memoir to remind me to drink some water and drink it before I'm thirsty as well, because when you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated because your brain takes a while to catch up. A bit like when you can stop eating, still feel hungry, but half an hour later your brain catches up and you're full. And I also believe in not filling myself up with food as well. Just go off on a slight tangent, just to get to about 70% capacity in the old stomach. But anyway, this is an HDMI to USB connector. This is just stray on my desk. It needs to go in a cupboard because I'm not using it. So why is it there? Why is it out? I mean, I've got my timer out. I use that every day. So I set a 90-minute work block like this. So this is something that is on my desk, so it doesn't get put away. So everything's got to have a purpose. It's intentionality. We working with an environment that is in tune with what I'm doing at this time. So the cupboard is going to be much less disorganized, so we're going to have some order in there. And the opposite of being well organized is chaos. And the thing is, if we've got a cluttered environment, as James Clear in Atomic Habit says, I might butcher this, but basically, it's like your healthy body, healthy mind when it comes to exercising and diet and fuel that you put into your body. It makes your mind a lot better when you exercise. It kind of 2x's your productivity and what you're doing in business or work. But environment design is so important. So if you've got a cluttered desk, you're going to have a cluttered mind. The other thing is there's this. Say if there's an arbitrary 100 units of decision making energy that we've got in a day, and let's say that each one of those units we can use to make a big decision or a small decision. And like say a small decision is something like that we could otherwise make it tacit, or like the fourth stage of learning is unconscious competence, where we can just do something, like when you've been driving a car down the road and you've done like 2 miles and you thought, how did I get here? Because you've been doing it tacit knowledge. You've not realized that you've been stick shifting or changing your gears or whatever. I put that one in there if you're American watching this. But yeah, it's tacit knowledge basically. It's unconscious competence in what we're doing. And if we can automate and make that habitual, like just having one type of toothpaste rather than two or three types of toothpaste that you have to decide from, and it's taking a unit of decision making. If you can automate that, if you can go into my wardrobe and say, oh yeah, I'll just pick a shirt because it's blue, and I know it's the right size, and I know it's the right poplin or Egyptian cotton or something like that, then I can start to do that automatically, and my outfit is already ready, and I've got that, and I'm not picking some box shorts out which have got holes in them; they've been thrown away, and all that kind of thing. So without oversharing too much, I've got a lot of clothes, and I only wear 20% of them. And I bet this will resonate with a lot of people where you've got things in case you put on weight, in case you take off weight. I've also got different size suits as well. Couldn't get my words out. I'm not going to edit this. I want it to be nice and authentic. I don't want to be overproduced with these videos. I want them to be relatable, and I don't want people to think that if they're creating these videos as well, that they're going to have to overproduce them or think about them too much and all that kind of thing. So I'll leave that one in. But yeah, I've got a range of suits which are I don't know how many suits I've got, but they're into the tens of whatever. There's 30, 40 plus probably. There's nearly a wardrobe full. I've got a wardrobe which has just got suits in it, and that's also got some coats and a bit of hiking gear as well. But it's predominantly suits, and some of them don't fit me. Some of them are too small, some of them are too large. Um, and yeah, so it just needs sorting out. So that's the next thing after that. But the shirts is the immediate thing, because I'm not wearing suits that much now these days, but I'm wearing shirts a lot more often than that in the work that I do. So it's less suity my work now. One of the I did do a gig at one point where I was wearing a suit every day, so that's when I started to acquire lots of suits and stuff like that. So yeah, let's wrap the video up now. If you want to put a comment in with how you're kind of decluttering or anything you're doing as a productivity arc, or how you've used Pareto 80/20 in your world, feel free to share, and I will see you next time.